Hello and welcome to your weekly tarot reading brought to you by Nicholas. This is for the week of Monday, October 20th through Sunday, October 26th of 2014. And thank you for joining me. Yes, so basically to get into the week, I just wanted to discuss some of the things I've been learning over the weeks and doing this video and whatnot. So first off, to study divination, to study things like tarot and astrology takes a ton of maturity, because so many times you'll get readings and cards you don't like. You'll get insights and information that you think that you're prepared for, but you're not prepared for. And so I just want to remind people, I mean, there's ugly cards. Like, here's the Zen Osho tarot deck that I love to use. Look at this card. This is the Suppression. It's too dark. I don't know how to get it. There we go. There's the Suppression card. And as you can see, there's a man holding a block on his head, and all that energy is bottled up and intertwined and not ready to come out and release. You know, what do you do when you're like saying, you know, how can I solve this problem? Or what's my issue? And you get a card like that, you're like, what? I don't, you know, or the Miser, how am I contributing to this relationship? And it's telling you you're the miser. That's the Four of Earth, you know, that's the Four of Pentacles in traditional decks. Or how about the Eight of Air, the guilt? You're making another person feel guilty. You're bringing guilt into the relationship, or things like that. So it takes a lot of maturity, and it takes a willingness to be open to feedback that you might not otherwise be open to receive. The interesting thing about some of these cards, and when you pull these readings, is over time you realize how unimportant all of it really is, because you'll get a bad reading and you'll go through the bad situation, and you'll just realize a week later that you've basically forgotten that bad situation. I remember pulling some bad thought cards for the day, and it was actually really helpful, because my work day did not go as planned. I had nothing I can do, and just having that forewarned information that nothing was going to go right just said, oh yeah, you know, I knew that this was going to happen. Now the only thing I can do is kind of like a hard yoga pose, where you get in this really difficult pose and you need to just keep breathing. You need to keep your composure, and in fact try to smile through it. And that's how divination's powerful and can help you. And if you don't feel you're mature enough to be reading tarot cards because you get these bad cards and you can't help but react negatively to them, is the more you use them, the more mature you become. And that's what I love. At least that's what I find for myself, is that the more I get used to seeing these images when I don't want to see them, at the end of the day, you just realize that the monster at the end of the book isn't really there, and it's not that scary, and you get through this just fine. But there is, you know, conventionally bad things you don't want to experience, and thank goodness you're forewarned, because you use divination. I watch Tony Robbins videos, and he just talks about why small businesses fail within the first 5 years and those types of stats. And he's basically just saying, because business owners don't have anticipation. When you use divination and you're really grounded and you're really centered, and you really can start engaging with that intuitive side of yourself, you do have anticipation at your disposal. And that's what's so powerful about doing these readings, going along with this stuff week after week, watching these videos and just kind of learning and growing through this, because I don't try just to throw things at you and say, this is how it is. That's why I hope I never come off as sounding too bossy in these videos, but it is an experiment. These are action cards. You know, in my chart, I have a lot of earth and a lot of air. And on the low side, for a lot of my life, that's been debilitating, in the sense that I overthink things, and then I get earthy, and I just want to stay in my comfort zone, and so I don't move forward. I get stuck in minutia. And so since I've been using divination, I've actually been taking so much more action in my life, and actually making my life this experiment, this grand experiment of how these cards play out, and actually taking the advice, really listening to the advice and trying it, because it actually has been some of the best intuitive decisions I've made, and it's brought me to so many wonderful things. So I hope you find these videos helpful, and I hope you can learn something and just keep growing and learning with me as I share them with you, because I'm really passionate. I really love this stuff. And so, without further ado, to get into the weekly reading for October 20th through October 26th of 2014, I always pull a signifying card of the week, and that's the lesson of the week. Last week, our lesson was the Wheel of Fortune, which is a good one. And the Wheel of Fortune to me is sort of like the part of fortune in the astrology chart. And you do the work, and you will be rewarded. It's that simple. You know, good fortune. You know, you'll get the unexpected good thing to come your way because of it, but it's not completely unexpected because you did the good work. So this week's card, and I like to do these extemporaneously, and I like to do these in the moment. So nothing's rehearsed, nothing's pre-panned. So this week is the 20 of the major arcana. Our signifying card is the Judgment card. Yet another karmic lesson that we're coming into. We're being judged for what we do and how we were, and to me, these people are receiving their judgment and waiting for it and trying to understand it. So I think when you get a card like this, you will have a final outcome that we're leading for at the end of this week. What we do will be judged, and we will be making our strives or non-strives through it. So I don't know, it's very similar to the Wheel of Fortune to me as well. So once again, we put up the will, we put up what we're supposed to do, and at the end we'll be judged by what we do this week. So this is the lesson we got to learn, is how we deal with judgment and how we dole it out, and how we can move and navigate with this judgment throughout the week. So I will be giving my daily readings and be expanding upon this theme as we go along, because this is what we're working toward. So then I use the Zen Osho Tarot deck. So I'm giving you what I call the emotional guidance system for the week. The Zen Osho Tarot deck is very lunar to me, and why I say it's lunar is if you look at so many of the cards, even like a masculine card like the Magician card in the Zen Osho Tarot deck, it's a nighttime scene. So many of these scenes, the moon, I mean, everything is at night, and it's very dark, and dark in a pleasant, like just led by the light of the moon. So this is a very lunar deck, very spiritual deck, and this is our emotional guidance systems. So whenever I give these cards of the day, try to look at where the moon is in your chart and connect to that as well, and that'll further give you information about the card of the day. So starting out the gate, Monday, we have the 10 of Water, and this is Harmony. What a beautiful card to start Monday with. Once again, it's an emotional, watery card, but I'm glad we've gotten out of these Mondays starting out a little negative, a little dire. Ooh, and then on Tuesday we have Awareness. This is October 21st. This is the 7 of the major arcana. Awareness, which I believe is the Chariot card in traditional decks. So that's a victory of some sort. And in the Osho deck, that victory is your awareness. On Wednesday, the 22nd, we have the 3 of Fire. This is experiencing. I can't get super close with this light. I'm trying to get the I'm trying to keep the shadows off my face as best I can, so this light is kind of bothering me. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, October 23rd, we have the King of Pentacles. Look at that. That's the King of Rainbows in the Osho deck. And look at the abundance and the balance, though. He's so secure within himself. What a great Thursday. Very Jupiterian theme in Thursday. The planet of the day is Jupiter. And the one thing I want to remind you of is look at this abundance. This is the day of the solar eclipse. This is Thursday, October 23rd. And the solar eclipse is going to happen at 2:57 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Wow, 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Rainbows in the Osho deck. And this is Ordinariness. And this is content with your resources, working your resources, being gentle. This person has their system, and they just tend to those fields in a loving, caring way. That's Friday, October 24th. For Saturday, October 25th, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Look at all these Pentacle cards. This is the 5 of Rainbows in the Osho deck, and it's the outsider. It's the kid looking out, ready to go to that new adventure, but he's locked. He's locked behind that gate. But if you look closely at this picture, that lock isn't really locked. It's unlocked. And on Sunday, October 26th, Intensity. This is the Night of Fire. Yes, it's pointed west, so it's the Night of Fire. Sunday's intense, and you need to go with that self-directed, laser beam-like purpose on Sunday. So, as I look at these, we only have one major arcana card of the week, so that's definitely a dignified card that really stands out that we need to be aware of, and that is the Zen Osho. The Chariot version is awareness. And so, come Tuesday, we really need to be centered. We really need to understand what our vision is as opposed to the projection, whatever that screen is. We need to come behind the falseness that we're hiding behind the ego, and really come into who we truly are. And that's what Tuesday's about, is actually we're gonna have that available to us to be able to connect to who we are. Monday, this is a great start to the week. It's an emotional, watery, 10 of waters, and this is that dolphin coming from the heart and going into your intuition. So don't be afraid to make heart-centered, intuitive decisions on Monday. That's what this is telling us, because it's going to lead into your awareness on Tuesday. On Wednesday, this is just an experiencing. It's the 3 of fire. Fire means to go out and do, but see this woman, she has a white inside of her robe, so she's pure of heart. And she's just going out and touching the tree. So if there's any way you can connect to nature on Wednesday, I would really encourage it. And we have a lot of possibility and abundance open to us on Thursday. So Thursday is about Jupiter. Jupiter rules Thursday, and we have that solar eclipse going on, and we have this, how we align ourselves with this energy and how we handle ourselves. If we can be royal and very centered in the fact that we have enough and be thankful for what we have, there's a very powerful abundance card right here on Thursday. And then Saturday is just planning the work, working the plan, but being gentle with the Eight of Pentacles. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that was Friday, sorry. Friday is the 8. Working the plan, planning the work, and being gentle with ourselves. And then Saturday is the 5 of Pentacles. So just remember that if you feel like an outsider, you're using your outsiderism to connect to the whole. You're not locked behind any gate. It's a self-imposed lock. So go ahead and go through it if you like, or stay behind and hone your skills on Saturday. Because Friday, you're going to have to do something self-directed. You're going to try to pick the one thing that's important to you that resonates with this Judgment card. Make sure, it's kind of like the cramming card on Sunday. Do something wholeheartedly for this Judgment that's about to come upon us. And so, I would like to just end it when I'm reading the Judgment card so I can give you a clearer indication of what that means. Judgment card is the card 20. Judgment, awakening, renewal, a well-lived life, better health, quickened mind. So we're going to be awakening into, if we follow the advice and the guidance of this week, and there's not one negative card. I went into this whole discussion of when you get negative cards, what's it like? All of these cards are so wonderful and positive. This is a great week for us if we can just stay centered and this is earthy, stay practical, but you have to be gentle and giving in this practicality this week. And some great things are going to happen. You're going to receive the blessing of the Judgment. This is a positive card once again. So there's not one ugly card. There's not one card, this can maybe be a little negative that you don't realize that the lock is unlocked. That's the only thing. But remember, you have Saturday, you can hermit away and do your thing, or you're free to go outside and venture off into that unknown if you'd like. It's either one, but you're not locked. Don't think that you are. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you in my daily astrology and tarot videos. Thanks a lot for watching.